So, know how to play it? Any
Ooh.
idea?
Yeah. Ooh.
Not, never mind, I will.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like there it goes. Yeah. Ooh.
All right.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, you go.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Good job.
Wow.
Well done.
Ooh, dang.
Well,
Wow.
I am always impressed how much you remember, right? I
Dang.
think I only mentioned the name of this piece once.
Wow. Dang.
Right? I tell student to do something, and then remember, and then I
Oh my
again, right? And then they remember a little bit of it, and then I remind them again, right? So only
Wow.
after one time I mentioned, I didn't even play it, right? I only mentioned it, right? At the end of our previous session. But you do take
Dang.
everything I say seriously, right? You are so attentive. So
Wow.
thank you. So I had mentioned at the end of our session that, you have never played the Chopin Impromptu in A flat major, Opus 29. So I was thinking
Dang.
that's easy for you to do.
Oh
And I
my
think that's all I said, right? And then after that, as I said, I lost my voice, so um,
Oh my gosh.
not well for a little bit. Anyway, I'm all back, right? So my voice is back, thank goodness. So I
Dang.
wasn't sure, first of all, if you had remember what I said, right? Whether remember the name of the piece. I, of course, didn't know if you had time to listen to it and work on it. I know you're very busy, right?
Oh my gosh.
So I'm impressed that you, first of all, remember the name of the piece, and second of all, took the time to listen to a recording of it of some
Wow.
sort. And
Dang.
thirdly, actually do some work, right? This was
Wow.
a hard piece.
Dang.
Find it a little bit harder.
I
Right?
see.
What's hard about this piece? Which part?
Oh my goodness.
You think it was the right hand or the left hand or both?
Oh, that was a move, huh?
Both of them were hard, right?
Oh my
So,
goodness.
for example, some of the waltz that we play, right? The left hand is not too hard, right? It's just like an accompaniment pattern. So usually the beat stuff, right, is in the right hand. This
Wow.
particular piece, the left hand is ridiculously hard. All
Dang.
right. Another thing that makes it hard is that it's very chromatic.
Romantic, huh?
Yeah. Do you know what that word means?
Oh yeah,
Chromatic
romantic.
means.
Romantic means, huh?
Well, you know what chromatic scale is, right? We played it before. That's a chromatic scale.
Wow.
When the piece is very chromatic, what we mean is that there are many changes to the note. So the composer doesn't follow the key signature, right? Necessarily.
Wow.
And they follow semitone movements.
Oh my goodness.
The key signature has 4 flats, right? So supposed to have 4 flats. But
Yes.
listen to the left hand, right? Immediately we got rid of the D flat, right? So it's just D natural.
Wow.
There's a semitone movement, and then the D flat is back, and then it's D natural again. That's really unique, right? So in this one measure, you have both D natural and D flat against each other, right? And of course the E flat, right? So E flat, D natural, and E flat. It's highly chromatic. Right?
Nice.
In other words, the notes are extremely unpredictable because they're very chromatic.
Oh wow.
Right? You keep altering a particular note, goes back and forth between the flat version and the natural version. And then there's of course a whole bunch of sharps and stuff. Right? So we have this kind of thing. Right? So it's just highly chromatic. And obviously it's fast, so it's ridiculously hard. Right? So really try, right, of course, to play it according to whatever recording you heard. And so you, as soon as I heard you play, you're like, oh, you went about it at a very, very fast tempo, right? And it is amazing what you can do just from hearing it, right? Pieces like this that are highly chromatic and extremely right? Very fast. It's very hard to really hear exactly what's going on, right? So you have done so much work to basically put the score together in your mind, right? So all you did was everything you've done is through listening, right? So it's amazing how much you have put together, right? Now there are some missing pieces, right, in the puzzle, right? It's okay. That's the point of our lesson, right? So my job is to help you find those few missing pieces in the puzzle.
Wow.
Again, I want to tell you that I know, you are very busy, and I really appreciate you putting in all this effort. Okay.
Thank you.
So usually for a Chopin piece, right, we
Yes.
really work so hard on the right hand, right? Because the right hand is basically the tune, right? And the left hand is kind of an accompaniment. But in this piece, because the left hand is so hard, right? Let's work on the left hand first. So
Wow.
we can really make that left hand, right?
Right.
Because it is not comfortable, right, to play. Why is it not comfortable to play? Because there's a lot of big intervals, and that's quite unusual.
Wow.
Yeah. Chopin is more of an octave guy, right? So such a big gap is not common for Chopin, right? A lot of these extended intervals. So of course, it is not possible to play legato, right? Unless you pedal, of course. And we are going to pedal. But I don't know if you could hear what I just did, right? Listen carefully. There is a note that I keep holding on to, right? To help me get back and forth. So we need to use what we call a pivot, right? So the E flat note, right, is the pivot. So we play A flat, we swing our hand over to C, we open the third finger to find the E flat, right? And then once you found the E flat, hold it, right? You know the word finger pedal, right? When we used to play Alberti bass, right? That kind of thing. So usually we hold the pinky, right? In this case, we are going to hold the third finger, right? See I hold it, right? To help me swing back, right? So even though I'm not using pedal yet, I'm actually not too broken, right? Because I'm always trying to find a pivot on the chords. So for example, in this measure, the pivot becomes the A flat, right? The pivot, the note that we keep holding on to is the A flat. And I know you can't see my hand, but I swing back and forth basically. So once I swing back to the D flat, but I don't lose it. And then this E flat is very important. Because Julian is a black note, right? It is now a half note. Now that I've been using say for more than a year, right? Confused with my music names.
Yes.
I just think twice about what I was gonna call this person. Half note, of course, right? But in New Zealand, they don't call the minutes. So I've been trying to get used to. I mean, that is how I learned them to a new set of names. Now I'm back. I have to relearn, right? the British names. So minimum or half note. That's the white note. So that note needs to stand out. Okay. So we're just gonna do these four measures. Let's use the pedal. It's not easy, right? Your turn. Well, that is way better, right? Earlier, because some of this interval is so large and you weren't thinking of using the pivot, right? Sometimes the notes on the top just didn't get played, right? And also because you were playing it so fast, you didn't have time, right, to get to the thumb sometimes, right? But like I said, it is not an option. You have to play it, right? But the key is to hold the middle note, right? This is called the middle note, right? So you have a low note, you have a high note, you have a middle note, right? Keep holding the middle note. Use that as the pivot to help you find, right? And if you listen to the left hand, it really is kind of nice by itself, right? You can make it, or we can, I guess we can call it a counter melody, right? It's actually quite melodious. Right? And that's kind of unusual, right? For Chopin, usually the melody, is not melodious whatsoever, right? It's just an accompaniment. Okay, and then what makes the right hand tricky? Well, we have a gazillion of these ornaments, right? So, how do we play these ornaments, right? Right now, we are not gonna play them on the beat for sure, right? So, you're gonna then play them before the beat, right? Now, sometimes in slower Chopin pieces, we play them on the beat, but not this one because it's not slow, right? And there's another, a typical Chopin repetition here for us. So the first two measures are totally identical. And then we start over, right? Once we have played the first four measures, right? Okay, so do a little slower than you did earlier, right? But see if you can make sure that every note gets played. So there's no note that sort of didn't get played, or you skimmed over it but it didn't come out, right? You don't want that. Let's try it again, right? So it's not easy, right? And I always tell everybody when something is not easy, first we play each hand, right? Which we already did, right? We went over each hand. So then when we finally put it together, since it's not easy, there is only one thing we need to do, or one way to figure it out. What is it? So, it's not easy. We already tried to figure out each hand by itself first. We're gonna put it together, but since it isn't easy, the only chance, right? The only way we can possibly get it is through going what first? Do what first? Starts with the letter S.
Letter S, huh?
Go slow, right? Gotta go slow, right? Because right now you're still going a little too fast, and not everything is exact, right? So I'll go very slow. So I'll go very slow. I want you to hear who goes with who, right? And because it's very chromatic, sometimes you will hear harmonies that don't work. You're gonna hear that kind of thing a lot, right? See, you're gonna hear clashes, but that is just the way it is. Okay, that's way better. That was way better, right? Everything is exact. Who goes with who? Right? We gotta play that until we feel very comfortable, because it is not easy, right? But if we have any anxiety or any hesitation, it's not gonna work. I also notice your fingering. That's obvious. Everybody's gonna do 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, and everybody's gonna go to 5 here. Right? No. After 5, I want you to do 3, 2, 1. Right? So after the C, go to excuse me, 1, and then you can open again to 5, 4, 3. That's the best fingering. 5, 3, 2, 1. Not 5, 4, 3. 5, 3, 2, 1. Because 3 is strong. That's easier, right? So 5, 3, 1, 5, 4, 3. Now then, of course, we're gonna do 2, 3, 2 again. So that's a 5 because it's far away. Everybody's gonna go to 5, 2, 4, 3. That's all pretty obvious. 1. Now I want you to go to 5 here. Yep. If you go to 5 here, then you have 4, 1, 3. See, you don't run out of finger. Earlier, you didn't go to 5 on this G, so you had to do a lot of extra maneuvering, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1, 5, 4, 1, 3, 2, open to 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. Guess what? 4 there, right? And then I'm back.
Wow.
Now, can you show me the right hand of that part?
Nice.
Oh, no, weird. 5, 2, 2. Yeah, open too big, right? You did a 5, but you didn't do 2 here. I want you to do 2 here. But that's too hard. Your fingering is too hard, right? Too much moving around, right? So let me remind you again. Up to here, you know what to do. Do 2 here on the G. So then B flat is 4, A flat is 3, thumb is 1. Then I want you to close the pinky to play the G. Once you get to the pinky on G, you have many fingers left. See? Then it's easy. If you don't do that, you have to keep doing extra things so that you don't run out of finger. How many extra things you're doing? It's gonna make you clumsy. Get to 5 here, 5 there. You're good. You don't want to keep closing your fingers. You don't want to do it every now and then. So we're doing it right here. So we're closing the finger here. So this is 1. Close it. So 5 gets G, right? And then you have enough, right? Can you do that again, please? Now, at the very end, right? Yeah, you can do that final one because it's a small one. So that one I don't mind that you're doing. But thank you. Thank you for fixing this G for me with the pinky. Okay, the rest I can.
Nice.
Alright, so let's put it together. Like I said, we're gonna do it slow. Okay, but no note is missing.
Wow, nice.
Okay, now you obviously can hear, right? That you had a lot of missing notes in the left hand, right? But these 4 measures repeat themselves so much in this piece. So now let's work on the left hand. So your right hand more or less knows what to do, but the left hand, right? Now the very first interval is a hard one to find because it's more than an octave, right? So find the C.
Wow.
There's almost a little something. Do you hear that? I'm almost holding those notes and playing louder, right? To show you they are the pivot, right? So it's actually not just the E flat I was talking about, the D as well. I'm also holding the D a little bit longer. That way I don't lose my place. I need to have something to hold on to while I swing back and forth. Do this exercise. So put the third finger on E flat, like I'm doing, and then don't let it go, but swing to the left hand. I mean to the pinky, not left hand. We're using left hand already. So swing it to the pinky, swing it to the thumb. Do that. Yes. This piece is about how flexible your wrist can be, right? So you gotta be able to swing back and forth very comfortably to play this piece. And like I said, that is not something that we see a lot in Chopin, right? This big interval thing, right?
Wow.
using it here, right? Oh, sorry. Then it becomes harder because it changes. Right? So it goes higher. So now hold the A flat, hold the A flat, right? Show me the left hand by itself.
Nice.
That's so much better. That's so much better, right? Okay. So the very first C you almost missed, right? Because it's very far away. Well, take your time, right? It's not worth trying to get to it so fast, but then miss it, right? Make sure you know where the C is, right? Okay, so we're gonna do it again together. Careful, right? So I'm not taking any risk, right? I'm careful. Whenever the note is far away, I'm gonna be careful. Now, so first the right hand has a the left and even more far away. See, this one is so far away, right? So that is a hard one to find. Together, no note missing. Right? Okay, you got better. I think your pivot here should be 2 on the B flat. Did you do 2 on B flat? Right? I think you did 3. You need 2 on the B flat so that 3 can be the A flat. Right? So here the pivot is actually, right? So earlier the pivot was the 3rd finger. But because the interval is different, now the pivot is the 2nd finger. 2nd finger. 2nd finger, and it's the B flat note. So the B flat becomes a pivot. Okay? I think the first 2 measures are okay. The 3rd measure is the hardest. Right here, right? So let's fix that again, right? Make sure you find this interval, and then remember to close your pinky there.
Nice.
I need you to use 2nd finger on the B flat. It won't work otherwise. This guy, you're using 3, 4, 4. No, 2 on the B flat, and then 3, 2 on B flat. That is the only way to play this part, right? So you are getting better. You're getting better. There was still a weird something going on in the left hand. I'm gonna repeat myself. 5, 1, 2. 5, 1, 2. Okay? Because that's a large interval. If you do 3, it won't work. So it's 5, 1, 2. 5, 1, 2. 5, 1, 2. See? 5, 1, 2 is what you want. And then this is not 5, 1, 2 because the note is next door. So all of them are 5, 1, 2 except for the final group, which was 3, 1, 2. So 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 5, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Because it's again another very large interval. And then back to 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's it. Your finger that is going to
Dang.
No, just the left hand. Do the 5, 1, 2 thing I was doing.
Hey, let's go.
agree that's easier,
Wow, dang.
right? So having efficient, good fingering, right? Otherwise you're gonna have to do a lot of extra work to, make up for it. So you finally got it. Now put it together. Remember to stick with the 5-1-2 because you fixed it. Your turn. Well, Kodi, do you know you changed it?
Wow.
With a 5-1-2.
Wow.
Change to 5-1-3, right? You need to do the 5-1-2. B flat is 2. Okay? Not an option there. Yes. That's better. Okay? And then good news. We can play that. And then different, right? Something different. Okay? So we have two measures that are identical. We don't need to work on those. And then, of course, we have this nice C flat there, right? Okay, let's do the right hand first because it's actually easier, right? So we have our chromatic moment and then this big interval. Oh, again, what's the fingering? Now that's all pretty obvious. Get to 5 here. That's not so obvious. And get to 3 there. That's not so obvious. Okay. So some is obvious. Like everybody's gonna do 2 3 2 1 2. Then I want you to do 1 2 3 on the chromatic, and then 1 5. That's obvious. Everybody will open to find the octave. 3 1 5. That's so obvious. I get to 5 here, so you have plenty of fingers left. Now go to 3 here, and then 2 on this B flat, and then you have chromatic.
Wow. Nice.
And then it's beautiful, right? See, he gives your right hand a little break, right, on these long notes. So it's like, okay, take a break, right? Take a break. Take a break. There are many breaks the right hand is getting. But guess what? Pull to the left hand. Doesn't get any break, right? It doesn't get any break whatsoever. In fact, it's even more harder, right? Like highly chromatic. That's what I'm saying. This is very hard left hand, right?
Wow.
For left hand to work on something difficult. Okay, so
Wow.
show me the right hand first.
Woo.
Thank you. Right?
Wow.
Okay, and then we go into something different, so we'll work on that part later. Okay, fine, more or less okay. Now the left hand is the hard part. So again, 5-1-2 is your friend. 5-1-2, 3-1-2, because it's not very low. And then you play F sharp. I mean, sorry, not F sharp. I do mean F sharp, right? So the third finger is your pivot again. So once you find this F sharp, stay there.
Wow.
Swing back, right? Swing back to B flat, right? Use that to help you swing. See how hard that is? It's hard, right?
Wow.
right? The left hand has a life of its own, basically. It's almost got a little. Right? A nice little melody. Okay? You play just the left hand.
Wow. Nice.
Oh, that one is C. So it had a lot of E flat. C for this one. It wasn't E flat anymore. Da, 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 C. And then it became all just like kind of random, right? Ish. At first it was always on the E flat, right? It always what you do the last note, right? So it came back to E flat a whole bunch, but it doesn't here, and it kind of goes back and forth a little bit, right? All right, try it again. Let's go from the da 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 that part. Oh, it changed too, right? So when it's very very fast and you're listening to somebody playing both hands, it's I mean it's impossible. I can't do it to figure out exactly what the left hand's playing, right? So you've done an amazing job, but my job is to point out, right, what you didn't hear. That one is B flat. I heard you play D flat just now. Da 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 B flat. And because it's very chromatic, it's also very hard to decipher. I mean, sorry, my mistake. Right? Okay, but we haven't done that part yet anyway. So is it possible to go from here again? Get that note right. Okay.
Wow. Nice.
Okay, you got all of it right until now. So the note that wasn't right got fixed, and then this part we haven't done as many times, or I haven't played as many times. So this part you're a little.
Wow.
Yep. So this right. Now let's connect it from here. All of this is right. Be careful over here because it's far away again, right? And there's something different again.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so simply only going over the left hand is quite a task.
Wow.
But of course, when you put it together, you don't hear the left hand that clearly, right? Obviously, the melody is still in the right hand.
Wow.
Actual melody is still in the right hand, so you will eventually not play the left hand this loud. Right? But I'm playing it very loud, so you can hear it.
Wow.
Yes, because otherwise, when you put it together, you sometimes it was just kind of covered up by the right hand.
Nice.
The overall picture is still there, but it just wasn't exact. Okay.
Wow.
Right, so this is good for us, and
Good.
glad that we, found a piece that's kind of on the challenging side, right? So it challenges your ears, right? Because you have to hear all these chromatic stuff, right? So it challenges your ears, and of course, it's good for your technique.
Wow.
Okay, Kodi, I will see you next time now.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Alrighty. Bye bye.